We repeat the same things every day. We spray perfume, eat 3 meals, put on our shoes, and look in the mirror. Mindless routines. Yet behind that obviousness lie the sense of an era and the shadow of power. Let's uncover the hidden secrets of daily life we never knew. Every obvious thing was once someone's choice. Perfume. We learned it stands for love and romance. But the truth is a little different. In medieval Europe, people rarely bathed. Waste filled the streets, sewers were scarce. Nobles walked over urine-soaked carpets and sprayed fragrance. Smell wasn't a sin. It signaled wealth. Perfume masked stench and filtered body odor. Even your bottle today was born from a long war against smell. Look at your feet. High heels. They weren't originally for women. In 17th century France, Louis XIV wore heels to appear taller. Cavalry nobles used heels to lock feet in the stirrups. Height became a sign of power and wealth. Modern heels are the residue of that idea. The higher we climb, the more it hurts, mirroring our urge for dominance. Even a shoe carries the history of power to the table. Ancient people ate when hungry. The Industrial Revolution changed that. The factory bell synchronized everyone's mealtime, 3 fixed meals. Not human rhythm, but machine rhythm. We still dine under the factory's shadow. We eat when the clock tells us to. Look at the table. East uses chopsticks, West uses forks. Why? The answer is fire. China, Korea, and Japan completed cooking with heat. Knives weren't needed at the table. A careful culture of dividing with chopsticks emerged. Restraint over conflict. Chopsticks are not just tools, they are symbols of peace. Forks began ominously. Medieval Europeans called them the devil's hand. The church said, God gave you hands, why use iron ones? They were banned. Renaissance Italy revived them as a badge of elegance. A fork became humanity's early, civilized defiance. Even this small piece of metal holds a struggle between faith and power. To the bath. Soap seems obvious for cleanliness, but its origin was ritual. In Babylonia and Egypt, animal fat and ash were mixed as sacred offerings, the beginning of soap. Purifying the body to approach the divine became today's bathing habit. Cleanliness began as a religious instinct, now the mirror on the wall. The first mirrors were polished metal plates. Seeing oneself reflected was terrifying. Another me inside. In the Middle Ages, mirrors were shrouded, called the Devil's Gate. Covering mirrors in rooms of the dead is a remnant of that belief. Facing oneself has always required courage. Before the mirror, another rite, lipstick. Cleopatra wore a crimson blend into battle, pigments and venom. Not seduction, but the declaration, I'm not afraid. Banned later as a witch's color, it returned as a sign of confidence. Even now, a swipe of lipstick is a small march to war. That red carries the blood of ancient warriors. In the morning, we drink coffee. In 16th century Europe, it was the devil's drink. Wine intoxicated, coffee awakened, seen as impiety. Pope Clement VIII tasted it and said, "It's a pity to leave such a delicious drink to the devil." From then on, coffee became humanity's official fuel. Each cup holds a history of prohibition and release. Back to your feet, carpets, not royal decor at first. Nomads in the Middle East laid cloths to block cold and dust. In medieval Europe, they masked human and animal odors, a fragrant veil. With perfume, it became a technology of hiding smell, soon covering the feet of power. Beneath what we stand on lies a history of odor and authority. Our daily routines, perfume, coffee, mirrors, lipstick, may be convenient fictions shaped over ages, and also survival techniques forged by humanity. When you spray perfume, drink coffee, or meet your own eyes, pause and remember, this obvious world is an ancient invention carrying scent, power, and fear. Every obvious thing is someone's invention, and behind it, there is always a hidden story.